Today is November 11th, Remembrance Day. It's
Yes.
a significant day in Canada and the U.S. because they have Veterans Day, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So first off, thank you for the sacrifices that they have made and continue to make, because this day is really important. And in this trying year,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being in that situation. But how is the Postal Service closed today? But it's not a statutory holiday.
I was actually looking this up today. It's only a stat holiday.
It's only a stat.
It's not a stat holiday in here, Quebec, like Nova Scotia and Newfoundland.
Government
So,
workers have the day off.
I know where your anger stems from. And I know you made the mistake of pre-ordering on Best Buy because Best Buy was one of the only ones that used Canada Post to ship their PS5s on the first day that they were released. So really, you got no one to blame but yourself.
So what had happened was yesterday or this morning, it was like, oh, it's shipped today and it's going to come tomorrow. I was like, oh, awesome. Refresh. It's now coming Monday.
Monday?
Yeah.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because they are not even picking them up right now. Because I don't understand why Canada Post has the day off. Like just to be honest, because government workers do. My dad had the day off.
Because they're technically government workers.
But why isn't it a statutory holiday then? Like, just make it a stat holiday.
I think it should be a stat holiday because it's recognized in majority of the provinces and territories, but here,
right?
The United States doesn't have it off, right? They don't get anything from Veterans Day, do they?
I know they recognize it. I'm not
know.
sure if it's a statutory paid day off like it is everywhere else except for Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland. So
I am dealing with a great amount of heartbreak. You don't know how many I've had to be like to my friends, yeah, I'm not getting it tomorrow with you guys. I gotta wait till Monday.
Nice.
You ordered on Best Buy.
I panicked. I should have done curbside pickup, but I didn't know. It wasn't an option when I ordered. So
yeah. Oh, I guess that's fair.
Yeah,
that's tough. That hurts.
Yeah. So that was our intro. This is the A Sports Podcast. Yeah. That's Brant. That's Moro. My name's Amir. What's up, Brant?
Living the dream. I don't have to deal with this whole PS5 thing because I didn't order it. I'm gonna run with the PS4 until I have a group of friends that actually have a PS5, or else it'd just be me and you playing PS5 for the rest of the 4 months, and I just get you part time. It's just I don't really see the point. Nasher had a really good tweet actually. If you just play NHL, you're stupid to buy the PS5 for that reason right now. Because
right.
You're gonna load up fantastically quick, but then you're gonna wait 15 to 20 seconds for all your buddies to load in with you.
Right. No, so all my buddies are getting the PS5.
Yeah,
we're all playing 2K together. The load times are insane. It's instantaneous. Yeah. When you went into the animation store and it would take 20-30 seconds for it to load.
Mm-hmm.
It's instantaneous.
Right away. Yeah.
It's unreal. It's incredible.
The load times have been insane. I saw a video of them. It was
the Spider-Man.
They're showing the Miles Morales one. Just boom, and you're in the game. I'm like, wow, insane. It's great, and it's going to be a really cool console when I actually decide to get it. But I don't need to rush to get it right now because nobody else I know has it. So I'm not going to be the guy sitting there going, okay, come on, guys, catch up. It's not really.
I'm just gonna go with the flow. I've had my PS4 since 2014.
Yeah.
And I mean, knock on wood, it's gone six years now. So whatever. I've got all my buddies playing on PS4. We're playing FIFA. Some of them are playing Madden. I mean, nobody's once we all decide, hey, let's do it. Then we make the switch over. But for now, I mean,
those games don't make sense to switch over because they didn't change the
2K game.
So 2K is completely
2K is different.
Completely different.
They straight up said NHL's the same game too, so it's not worth it for me.
Yeah.
Maybe the show when it comes out.
I don't know about FIFA because that's what I'm playing right now. But
the thing in my house too is there's 3 of us, and all 3 of us have our own PS4. But if one of us gets a PS5, it's gonna be a pain in the ass because it's gonna be rotating through all 3 of us for the next however many months until someone else grabs one.
And I was just fuck it. I just bought it that day, and Sucks. I'm not getting it till next week, but what are you gonna do?
Hey, worse things have happened.
Yeah. So if you couldn't tell, there's not much going on in sports.
This is what we've come to.
Yeah.
Yawn.
Exactly.
Yawn.
What do we want to start with? Do we want to start with NFL? Because I think that's the most amount of news that we have.
That's kind of the only thing there is to
carry
watch.
on the longest.
It's the only thing that matters.
It's life kind of sucks sports wise right now because like there's only shit on if you only watch pro sports and you don't get into college, there's only shit to watch on Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and that's it.
And unless
here's
you're
the thing.
into soccer, which I mean, like for your cases,
I said
yes.
pro sports.
Right. All right. I'm gonna hop off right now.
So here's
like
even college sports are getting canceled because of COVID. Like college football is getting canceled like crazy.
Actually, I watched some of the Auburn, or was it Auburn? No, fucking Notre Dame and
Clemson.
Notre Dame and Clemson.
That's
the
OT game. I saw bits and pieces of that. That was a big game. I watched Auburn play, but I don't remember who they played. This is what I've come to. I'm watching college football games that don't matter to me. And here we are. And I couldn't tell you a single player on either team, but it was a good game.
Nice.
DJ Uiagalelei?
I couldn't pronounce it if I tried.
Yeah, you couldn't. Most people can't.
I probably have to read it. But
Ohio State was one. I don't know who they played, but I watched them play.
Yeah, they look really good.
This is my life right now. I'm watching teams.
Every team is basically getting canceled on right now. Alabama got canceled on. They were supposed to play LSU this week. That got canceled. I think Georgia got canceled. Ohio State got canceled.
That's big for LSU, though.
I mean, LSU sucks, so it doesn't even matter.
LSU is where Lawrence is, right? Or am I thinking?
No, Trevor Lawrence is on Clemson.
Never mind.
Clemson.
Damn.
Yeah, nice try.
And he got COVID too, no? Like he was on the COVID list.
Well, he got COVID and they played Notre Dame.
Notre
and who else
Dame.
did they play this week? It's someone else that was in the top 10. I could be wrong. There's like 2 games where they're facing top 10 ranked opponents, and they're doing it without Trevor Lawrence.
ECC sucks. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They play Florida State this week. ACC sucks. It's got Notre Dame this year, and that's it.
But they played Notre Dame. And that sucks. It's a tough time to lose Trevor Lawrence. I don't even know if we talked about that, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to get into the NFL?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's recap week 9. So, heading into week 9, I had a 3-game lead over Amir. I was at 83-36. Amir was at 80-39. Brent was at 71-48. And let's go through the picks.
Struggling.
So, Thursday nighter was not a contest.
No.
Green Bay across the board. Game 1 of the 1 o'clocks starts off Giants football team. You guys both took the football team.
Alex Smith.
Nice.
My God, man. Like, every part of me wants to see that guy succeed, but fuck. Why? Like, that's not a tough. The Giants tried to let Washington win. They tried their very best, and Washington just said, "No, it's yours." And it just hurt.
We gave up a 17-point lead, and it was very close. Too close that it far closer than it should have been. But yeah, I'll take the +1 on that one. Broncos Falcons. We all got Atlanta right for once because they finally won a game.
They tried not to.
We went across the board with the Seahawks, and this one was a high-scoring one. So the Bills take that one. We all got that one wrong.
Boy, did we drop the ball.
That was weird.
It's the most points the Seahawks have ever given up in the Pete Carroll era.
But they've also given up crazy amounts of points to everybody. It's just a matter of
what sucks.
But like, I talked so much shit about Josh Allen before that game about how bad he's been. He just shoved that right up my hoop and said no.
Well, because Seattle's defense sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect?
Russ wasn't fantastic either.
No,
he
wasn't.
Turned the ball over when it mattered.
Right.
That
it was a sloppy game by them.
Yeah. They've been better all year, and that was just not the Seahawks we've seen all year. The defense is the defense. It is what it is, but like their offense just wasn't really clicking all that much. And I think not having Chris Carson's kind of a big deal in that offense. Like I know DJ Dallas did an okay job replacing him, but it's just not the same, right?
Yeah. Chris Carson's a stud, and DJ Dallas is not.
Moving on, we went.
Wait. Did you guys see what Chris Carson posted on Instagram? Or someone posted it. someone slid into Chris Carson's DMs and said, "Get on the field," and just threw out expletives and stuff. And then Chris Carson was like, "Shut the fuck up," basically. And then he's like, "Come do something about it." And then guy responds, "What's the addy?" Chris Carson drops his fucking address to the guy and says, "Do something."
Some people online,
People
are my favorite
serious.
thing, man.
Yeah,
There was so one of the guys I play PS4 with. He's 6'8", like pushing 300 pounds. Like this guy's an absolute unit. And we played this one team, and they started chirping. They invited him to a party, and they're like, "Yeah, what's your address? I'll come take you on." Fucking gives him the address. Guy never shows up. But it's like, what are you gonna do when you show up and you realize you're looking at this guy's fucking stomach?
Right.
Like you're so tough behind the screen. Like don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
We're in the age of the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
The masked men.
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
For real. Moving on. We went pretty clean through the next couple ones. I mean, we all got Baltimore right. We all got the Texans over the Jags right. We all got the Chiefs over the Panthers, but that one was a close one, actually.
My boys. Teddy was great. I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't bring it in the end, but like after, again, I talked a ton of shit about Teddy last pod, and he just showed up, and he has that ability sometimes. Like that play he made where he dove for the first down on like 4th and 15, that was vintage Teddy. Like that's what I expected from Teddy, but he hasn't been that all year. And it's just like, if he keeps that up, there could be a decent team moving forward, except for the fact that CMC's back out.
Yeah, and that was the big news because it came. I don't know if he was injured prior to that, but like right at the end of the game, he dove and he didn't really get much on the play. Like he might have got half a yard, and he just went down on his shoulder. And they're saying that
he's doubtful.
Right now is
He's
expected
not,
to miss the game this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, he's doubtful this week, and he's week to week from here on out.
Yeah, they started it off as day to day, and I guess with the lack of practice going through the week,
he also got he had an MRI on Wednesday. That's today, right?
They ruled him out.
Did they rule him out now?
I mean, well,
because he was doubtful, but
I mean, Shefty was or Rappaport. One of them were
Rappaport was saying,
Rappaport he was also real early on. He's like, yeah, his status is doubtful, and then Matt was like, okay, relax, he's day to day.
I mean, but that's what they all say, right? Like,
yeah.
Adam Schefter, Christian McCaffrey is not expected to play Sunday against Tampa Bay due to a right shoulder injury. So
he's getting a second opinion. I think it's either tomorrow or tonight or something like that. But odds are he doesn't play. I'm thinking it's probably only a week or two at most. It's just one of those things like you're not trying to kill Christian McCaffrey this year because you're not really a contender if you're the Carolina Panthers. They've been good and they've been better than they should be, but they're not a Super Bowl contender by any means. So why risk hurting or re-injuring the best running back in the game?
Next, I got the Lions Vikings. We all picked Minnesota. Minnesota got us a win. Titans and Bears. Tennessee took care of business. Next, I -1.
What are you laughing about?
The Bears.
I told you.
I gave them too much praise. They were.
I told you they're not worth our time.
They took care of business though in terms of trying to limit Derrick Henry. I mean, he only put
absolutely.
Sure.
But that's as far as it goes. Like
their
their defense. Yeah, their defense holds them in games, and their record's inflated. They don't play as well offensively than what their record shows because it's the defense that does all the work.
We had this conversation at my house the other day. If you were to pick a quarterback right now that you wanted leading your team, would you take Nick Foles or Kirk Cousins?
Can I take a pass?
No, you got to take one.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh. Yeah,
really?
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I actually would.
I cannot stand Kirk Cousins. I've never seen him play a good game in his life.
Right.
But to me, Nick Foles has won before, and I think that's the only thing that gives him the edge. Realistically, they're the same player. They do the same shit. Neither of them are very good at what they do. Nick's got a little bit more clutch factor to him, and he's won games before in the past, and I think that's the only thing for me that's like, you know what, I think Nick Foles over Kirk Cousins. But it's close. It's a valid argument.
Like Kirk does his fair share of turning the ball over, which I think Foles does a better job of when it comes to handling the ball and limiting the turnovers. But I mean, there's just not much going for the Bears, and I mean, a lot of that falls on his lap because he's supposed to be the playmaker. I mean, Montgomery averages 2.1 yards per carry, and unless he's throwing it to Allen Robinson, he's not really finding anybody else. So there's not much there for him to work with.
Yeah, Nick Foles is definitely missing a Dalvin Cook-like presence, whereas Kirk's kind of got that. And he's got Adam Thielen, who's...
And he had the weapons before they got rid of Diggs, right? Like, he had him...
And he's never really done anything with it. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. That's me. But
moving on. So that was the Bears-Titans. Next was Raiders-Chargers. That one came down right to the last play where I thought I had it.
Raiders, baby!
And, I mean, yeah... The replay shows that it came loose.
Crushing for the Chargers on back-to-back weeks, man. Like
after week, this happens.
Just hurt. Those are 2 catchable balls. Like they're tough, obviously, but like the last one for sure, you got to hang on to that ball, man. It's tough. It hurts.
I don't know.
And to celebrate it like that, I know it's a tough ball to make a play on, but like one of the two, I wouldn't hate.
Right.
But then, like the big celebration, you're like, "Yeah, we win," and then it's like, "Oh, fuck!"
But you don't go to Keenan Allen on either of them.
You went to they went to their tight end. I don't remember who it was who got hurt on the play, and then they bring in the backup tight end.
They went to Mike Williams on the first one. He gets hurt. Yeah,
and then they bring in the backup, and he like, why is that the guy? I don't know. Strange, but
yeah.
So,
Herbert's also doesn't win much.
That's what I mean. Like,
he's good, but he doesn't.
He's really good in fantasy.
He doesn't win. It's kind of the Joe Burrow situation. Like, really good at throwing the ball around, but
yeah.
And can we talk about the other rookie QB that balled the fuck out?
Tua?
Woo!
That game. Are we at that game yet? Or are we closing in on it?
Talk about it more. Talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's next. I mean,
okay, perfect.
Dude. We all, I mean, to be fair, we all took the Cardinals, and here come the Finns.
Don't even care, dude. Both quarterbacks in that game were unreal to watch. So much fun to watch.
Yeah.
Tua, though, like, he has this ridiculous ability to be going one way, and then all of a sudden he's just going the other way. His body doesn't even turn. He just is just going the other way. I'm like, holy shit. It's incredible.
The Dolphins might take an 8-game win streak into the playoffs.
Dude, if this is the Tua you see the rest of the year?
Because look.
And be laughing with a top 4 pick.
Yeah.
Top 5 pick, if they're lucky.
Right. So, look, since they lost to the Seahawks, they beat the 49ers, beat the Jets, beat the Rams, beat the Cardinals. That's 5 in a row.
They're like one impressive win in that group before that.
No, I understand that. Chargers next, Broncos, Jets, Bengals, and then the Chiefs. Sorry, they could have an 8-0 winning streak heading into the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's...
Hey, who knows with the Chiefs, too, man? They're beatable.
With that defense, like, Miami's defense is unreal right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they have 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They could finish the schedule losing 1 or 2 games, and that's on...
I mean, there is an extra playoff spot this year, is there not?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the very quick turnaround, right? They were the laughing stock of the league for the better part of the first 10 weeks, and now all of a sudden, a year later, here they are in contention.
Is the extra playoff spot the 16 spot? Because I know Goodell was saying they would do 16 if any major games get canceled, but I don't know.
I think it's one extra wild card spot per
on both sides.
Yeah.
What was it before though? Because I know he said they're only going to go to 16 teams if something gets canceled. That was his, but I don't know if they've already gone to like 14. And I just don't remember what the original number was.
Right now, they'd be wild card 3.
Okay.
Which is a little surprising. It's that low, but
and they're gonna keep on winning. I mean,
well, that's the thing.
Tua can get it done. He looks like a legitimate NFL quarterback
with subpar
with
health
nothing
around
Devontae Parker.
Okay, like he's a number 2.
Miles Gaston wasn't
he's
playing.
Out.
Yeah, he sprained his MCL.
No one at running back. Preston Williams is like a 3, ideally,
and he's been playing well, all things considered. Yeah.
But he got hurt in that game, and it still didn't matter.
Tua didn't do much in game 1 that he played.
No, he didn't need to though.
But it looked like he was just kind of getting his feet wet, and then he just went swimming in game 2.
Yeah. Not good for them. If we're ready to move on, next was, I mean, this was the one that sparked a conversation for us, the Steelers and the Cowboys, because the Steelers did not look good. We all took them, and it was Cowboys for a long time in that game, and then the Cowboys are going to Cowboys, and the Steelers find a way to win.
That Gilbert kid looks okay.
Yeah, he looked fine. And they're going back to Andy Dalton this week, and I don't know why.
Andy Dalton was bad. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, your offense looked the best it's been in 4 weeks.
What do you have to lose?
A top 5 pick.
Like, do you really give a shit if Andy Dalton plays? Like,
you're not going to be a playoff team. Sorry, you're not.
You're not trying to be loyal to Andy Dalton. Personally, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know. Does Jerry care about justifying giving the guy like $9 million or something?
No, it's pocket
your
change.
Season is lost.
I know.
See what you got.
Like, why else would you be playing him?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. It was a great game from the Cowboys, though. I think they look great. Their D-line looked great.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many. James Conner got nothing going.
They got the
absolutely nothing.
He only had like 9 carries.
Yeah, nothing. But he never went anywhere with those 9 carries. Like, it was good. They I don't know. The Steelers aren't legit. I'm done. I'm done with that team. They're shit. Also, the fact that they put Mason Rudolph in the game at some point, I was really cheering for them to lose.
Well, Ben apparently injured his knees though. Oh,
and
but
now
yeah,
he's
like
on
Mason.
the COVID list.
And yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah. So.
Fuck Mason Rudolph. Do they still have Hodge?
Hodges?
Doc Hodges? I don't think so.
Is he not there anymore?
I don't think so.
I'd use him over fucking Rudolph every day.
He is.
That, man. I forgot why I hated the Steelers until he came onto the field. I'm like,
he's on the practice squad.
That's what it is.
Perfect.
Scumbag.
So he lives.
Yeah.
Probably not to see
the legend of Doc Hodges. What else do we have, Mauro?
Next, this was the one Sunday nighter. You guys both took the Buccaneers, and I took the Saints.
Boy, did we miss. Tom
didn't look too good.
It was bad. Really bad. The defense was bad. The defense hasn't been bad all year for them, and they were bad. I don't really have much else to say. They were bad. There was not one part of their game that I'm like, all right, this looks good.
I kind of just think it was once you just get down in a hole, like nothing just ever. They never got into rhythm at all, and then just piled on from there.
It was funny listening to Brady explain the interceptions after the game. He goes, well, one tipped off the hands on a screen pass. That's a tough one. The other one was just a prayer. It held up. And he's like, the other one was definitely my fault, though. And he's just listing off all the excuses for these interceptions. I'm like, you hate to see it from Tom Brady. That's not a thing you see. And, he's never had to explain
I still think that they're legit. I still think they're like...
Yeah, I have no problem betting on the Bucs the rest of the year, but that's just... It was,
okay, here's an interesting matchup. Who do you take in this hypothetical game? Seattle or Tampa?
Tampa.
Seattle's defense is Swiss cheese. Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah. If you're saying elite defense, which Tampa does have, Tampa's D is legit, and then they have a really good offense, do you take that over elite offense and Swiss cheese D?
No.
So you said no.
Sorry, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's honestly, if you run back New Orleans and Tampa again next week, I'd probably still look at taking Tampa. I still think they're built better right now. I think New Orleans was firing on all Saints. Taysom Hill went off.
Yeah.
He was doing so many things for that team, and that's not something you see.
They have to justify him making $20 million a year.
Yeah, I really like Taysom Hill. It's just the things that guy can do. It's just hilarious. But it's just they don't get that from Taysom Hill all the time. You haven't seen Drew Brees like you have in that game all year. Mm-hmm. And then Tom Brady was just terrible, and their defense was terrible, and they had fucking neutral zone infractions pretty much every single drive. It was just ugly all around. I think that it was a bad game from one side and a really good game from the other side.
And then, the last one I got from the Week 9 docket is Pats versus Jets. And
that game
for the longest time, I thought we were going to have a Jets win. But
no, the Jets can't fuck up their quest for Trevor Lawrence.
But what's funny is, so I follow one of the beat reporters on the Giants, and I guess he just covers everything New York, and he's like, wouldn't it be the most Belichick thing to do to fuck up the chances for the Jets chances of Trevor Lawrence? He's like, it's one thing for us to all joke about it because that's definitely something we would joke about, but look at what's happening right now. And I mean, they pulled it out, but I mean, still, like through 3 quarters, it's like, holy fuck, they might do it. And with 2 minutes left, it all went to shit.
I saw an article on Twitter, I think it was by SB Nation, that said Joe Biden is Joe Flacco. And I'm like, I didn't read it, but just rationalizing, I'm just like, huh. I can kind of see it.
Not that good, but good enough.
Elite.
Yeah. Can be elite at moments.
Has won.
It has won. Exactly. That was my whole thing.
Has won.
He's not the greatest,
Not
but
the
he
best
can
at
get
his
you there.
job, but he won.
Exactly.
He has the ring. Yeah,
Right?
I could see it.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not crazy.
He slung that pass to Jamison Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my heart because that gave me the loss in fantasy. But it was a
Mm-hmm.
perfect pass and great play by Crowder. And I'm like, he still has that ability where he can just sling it and put it in guys' hands. But like, he also has the ability to do what he did at the end of the game there, where you throw a pick on first down on a bomb downfield that you didn't need to throw.
I think that Joe Flacco is like totally different play styles, but I think he's the same as basically Kirk Cousins in Cousins' prime, like a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when he was
Completely
like,
adequate
you like
quarterback.
that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Completely adequate quarterback. Could he
Yeah.
win you? He's not going to win you a Super Bowl on his own.
Yeah.
But he could be a key cog in it.
Yeah. So just to round it up, I finished 11-3 week 9. You guys and your matching picks go 10-4. So
I mean, it wasn't intentionally matching picks.
right.
why would
Sick pick.
So going into the week 10, I'm 94-39 in first. Amir
Say
is
how many games you're up.
90-43. 4 games
like
behind.
we're gonna be like, oh, that equates to this record in this.
Well, I'm just saying.
What am I?
You're
13?
four
4
behind at
games.
90 and 43, and then Brent is 9 behind you, Amir, at 81 and 52. So he's digging himself, yes, a bigger grave.
It's tough. It's
so
tough. This is not my year.
Let's go week 10 then. So tomorrow we got Colts Titans.
Mhm.
Titans.
I mean, yeah, Titans are a 1-point favorite.
Dude, we didn't even
why is it
mention
only
Phillip
1 point?
Rivers.
Why is it only
didn't-
1 point?
I-
What do we have to
The
mention?
Titans have
about
been the
Their tackle? The tackle?
where he fell,
Yeah,
just like stuck
he
his
was-
arms up.
and he was nowhere near the play.
No, dude, that just encompassed Phillip Rivers' entire career. They're like, shit, and then you're like, I got a chance. Oh no, down he goes. Just absolute heartbreak for the guy.
Unreal.
So funny.
Yeah, I don't think this is. I don't understand why it's a 1 point.
It should not be close.
I don't know.
Should not
Like
be
the
close.
Colts defense keeps them in
I'll brand bet on
games,
that.
but
Because like, what's the difference
See-
between that and the money line? Like, it's the same.
The Colts did nearly just beat the Ravens.
they
Yeah,
held
and
their
Like,
own.
if I'm taking Ravens
But they
Titans in a
can't
match,
score.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Hold on.
Lamar's not Lamar anymore. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that.
Well, he's
guy,
saying
but-
that teams are calling out their plays like at the line of scrimmage, which like tough. You gotta
Yeah.
like disguise it better somehow.
Yeah.
But they haven't been in sync all year, so I think partially yes, Indy has a really good defense, but also what offense were they going up against? Not the one from last
It's not
year.
good. No, it's
Yeah.
not what it was last year.
So
Titans?
we're going unanimous with
Yeah.
the Titans then, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just going based off my score
Mhm.
app. So first would be Giants versus Eagles at 1:00.
Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, fine.
Wow.
We kept it close last game, but they're at home.
Giants are at home, aren't they?
They're a 3-point favorite on the road. Like we're at home this time. Like
So that's gotta tell you,
don't
it'd
know.
be a pick 'em if the Giants are at home.
This is going to be a trash game. It doesn't
Oh.
matter. There's going to be 40.
I might come back to this if I don't end up finding myself a suitable
Underdog pick.
underdog. But
If
yeah,
you
I
need a
got
defense
another-
in fantasy this week, pick one of these two up because there's going to be 105 turnovers.
honestly, yeah, between Daniel Jones and
Mhm.
Carson Wentz, they are like 1-2 or
Mhm.
1-3 in turnovers lost. So
Mhm.
it could be a swing fest in terms of how many times the ball is going back and forth.
Yep.
Next, I got Buccaneers and Panthers.
Bucks.
Bucks are a 5-point favorite according to the score app. So
If CMC was in, I would take this. I
Yeah.
think the Bucks would still be favored, and I would probably take that as my underdog pick just because it'd be close. But I think it's Bucks. Like it's easy.
Curtis Samuel's been great.
Yo, he looks unreal. I'm trying to trade him in fantasy, but also like I really like him.
I benched him and he had 21 point something points. I'm like,
he's had 20 points in the last 3 weeks.
I'm like, holy shit!
At least close to
2 weeks for sure. And then like the guy, he's been unbelievable.
He's
their
as
third guy.
Yeah,
and he's good at everything. I love it.
He's their third guy, but yet they use him like he's their first because they find ways to get him the ball. Which
if that team can get
Taysom Hill-esque, except he's an actual wide receiver.
Yeah. If that team can get some better defensive weapons, they could be good in the as early as next season.
I think a different quarterback would help. Yeah. I just think that Teddy is the upside is Kirk Cousins. Like legitimately.
But he can run is where if he wasn't afraid of his knees blowing out again, like that play on 4th down, like if he does that, then I like him, but he just doesn't do it enough anymore. And I understand why. Obviously, you don't want to fucking ruin the rest of your career, but at some point you got to get over that fear and just start slinging it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bucks. Sorry, I didn't.
Next, Texans versus Browns, and David Johnson's in concussion protocol. I don't know if that makes a difference in our picks.
He's not playing. I'm taking the Browns.
I'm going to take the Browns. Yeah.
Fuck. All right. If I don't have an underdog, I'm taking this after, but I'll take the Browns for now.
Okay.
Because
I don't trust the Texans without David Johnson. Like Duke Johnson is not good.
I don't trust the fucking Browns.
The Browns are healthy.
Chubb might be back.
They are getting Nick Chubb back.
But do they have Baker for sure?
Baker's he hasn't tested positive. He hasn't tested positive yet.
But he was on the list.
The only reason he's on the COVID list is because he was close with someone that tested positive.
As of 10 hours ago, he was activated off the COVID list.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, you're right.
Cool.
Yeah, he's fine.
So he's fine. Next, I don't have a favorite
I got
in this one, but yeah, football team versus Lions.
That one's off the board.
I like the Lions.
Give me the Lions. Yeah.
I like the Lions.
Yeah. They've been okay the last 3 weeks. Like they're in games.
I mean, we beat the football team. So
Hold on.
We could do it soaking the Lions.
Holding on.
If Stafford doesn't play, that's Chase Daniels.
Stafford played last week.
Why wouldn't Stafford play?
Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt.
I thought he got benched.
No, today he practiced without limitations. He's fine.
But he got hurt in the game and Chase.
Yeah, he did. They said he avoided the concussion.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay.
If he's okay, then
yes,
that's a safe one.
I do like watching.
I want to see them succeed. I just for the sake of Alex Smith, like that'd be such a cool comeback story, just to be able to come back from what he went through and win some games. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I think Washington's good too. Like I think that
defense.
I think they're frisky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what team's showing up with them though is a problem.
J.D.
McKissick, man, he's pretty good.
He's James White.
A decent running back. Yeah. He's better than James White this year. James White is poo.
This year, yes.
Poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if this one's a contest for us, but Packers Jaguars.
Obviously, it's the Jags.
Of course, Gardner Minshew takes the Jags.
Next, Dolphins Chargers.
Dolphins.
Are we riding Tua? I think we're riding Tua.
Herbert is great. Does not give me faith that he's going to win games.
I'm starting Tua in my fantasy league this week over Cam Newton against Baltimore. Yeah. And I'm changing my name to Tua time because I'm riding it, baby. Let's fucking go. It's Tua time. I'm starting him in 2 leagues. Let's go.
I can see it. I can see it, man. He's been good. And Cam you don't know what Cam is showing up. Even within the game. Per quarter, you don't know what Cam's showing up.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Just going down the list, I'm seeing some. But Bills Cardinals.
Okay. This one makes no sense.
Who's the favorite?
Cardinals by 2.
Minus 2.5. I think that's a pick 'em.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like if the Bills didn't just slap around the Seahawks, I wouldn't have faith in them. But like they look
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Yeah, same. Underdog.
Josh Allen had arguably the best game of his season last game.
Yep.
Kyler Murray was also really good though.
He's unreal.
I'll just try and make up a game. Let's go with the Cards. I have underdog pick already, don't I?
I don't think any of us do until this
yeah.
point, because we all have identical picks up until this Bills Cardinals game.
Okay.
Broncos Raiders is next. Raiders are a 5-point favorite.
Raiders.
I don't think
They're so much better than I think people are giving them credit for. They're a good team.
Are you differing on this one, or are we all going Raiders?
Raiders.
Okay. I figured. Steelers Bengals.
Steelers, even though Ben is on concussion protocol. If he's not, he's on COVID. If he's not,
buddy, I don't have faith in the Steelers, and I'm not going to pick the Bengals, but if this was any other team,
though, I have faith in their defense.
So do I, but do you have faith in Mason Rudolph?
None.
No.
None.
But
that guy's
trash.
I mean. But it's the Bengals.
Do we all go with this stipulation then?
No, because even if Ben doesn't play, I just don't have confidence in the Bengals.
More, you agree with this stipulation? Ben plays Steelers if he doesn't Bengals.
I still might go with the Steelers, even if Ben doesn't play. But again, the
Bengals have an innate ability to lose ball games.
Right.
It sucks, but if this was a lot of other teams in the league, I'd probably pick the other team because I don't. Even with Ben, the Steelers aren't looking very good right now.
Personally, I think this is TBD. I think we all say Steelers. Brand, where you me and Moore are definitely gonna say Steelers right now.
Oh, it's Steelers right now.
But by Sunday, this pick could totally change.
It could change. It could change. Yeah, that's subject to change. Going on towards the next one, and even this. I looked at this, and the Rams are a 2-point favorite.
How?
Rams Seahawks.
How?
Over the Seahawks.
How? Seahawks. Next.
So this can be my underdog already?
Technically, yes.
Hell yeah, Seahawks. They're not going to be that bad 2 weeks in a row, are they?
Yeah, and even with the divisional game, you always expect them to be close.
You never know what You never know what Rams team's going to show up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows?
Yeah, I'll take Seattle as well. 49ers Saints. Saints are a 9-point favorite.
Saints.
Yeah.
I wish the Niners were good.
They aren't.
Everyone's hurt. It just sucks. Saints, yeah.
Ravens Patriots. I mean, these are all. I want to say they're gimmies, but watch us lose a lot of these games. Yeah. But I don't see us differing on a lot of picks right now, at all. Yep. And then last, Vikings Bears. Vikings on the road are a 3-point favorite.
Vikings Bears. See, this is the matchup of shit quarterbacks.
Yes.
Vikings.
Yeah.
Give me the Bears.
What the hell did I do here? I'm gonna go Vikings
Kirk
as
Cousins
well.
Winning this many games in a row. Give me the Bears.
I'm not betting on fucking Kirk Cousins.
You're betting.
I'm betting on Dalvin Cook, who's fucking murdering the league.
You're right. He's been so hot. You think he keeps it going?
Yeah.
He's got to have a bad game
eventually. If he can keep it going against the Bears, that's a fucking.
The Bears defense just held up Derrick Henry, but
if you can hold up Dalvin Cook, the Vikings are not winning this game. Kirk Cousins can't throw the football if there's no run game.
Okay, but at least Kirk Cousins can throw the ball when there is a run game. What the fuck can Nick Foles do? And that fucking offense
just wins. I don't know how he does it, but he just wins.
Do you know who the Bears running back is right now?
None.
Oh, I forgot the name.
Ryan Null.
Null,
who the fuck is that?
They forgot to enter his last name.
I mean, that's the Monday Nighter, so maybe Montgomery gets it. I don't know.
Joe Random?
Joe NFL?
Otherwise, that is our Week 10 picks.
I don't think I differ with more on any games. So
Me and you have the same picks.
Cardinals.
Brant has the Cardinals and the Bears.
I might take the Texans. Like that.
We can come back and revisit this because honestly, maybe I'm feeling stupid and I want to pick the Giants because just fuck, why not?
Yeah.
But for now, that our picks don't really differ too much. It's been kind of a soft week.
I wouldn't even blame me if you took the Giants, to be honest. That game is.
We should have beat them the last time.
Yeah,
we choked.
Yeah.
Ingram dropped a freaking gimme for a first down, and
drink every time you hear that. Ager drops the ball more than anyone.
I have a bar full of freaking God knows what kind of liquor, and I'd be emptied upon belief if I did that game.
That's
how many times
we should just
dropped
do
it.
podcasts after the Giants game, but Morrow has to drink every time Daniel turns it over, or
every time Daniel Jones turns it over. Every time we run for a loss. Every time Ingram drops a ball.
Wasn't last game his first game without a turnover?
Great point. Great point. Yes. So congratulations to Daniel Jones. It took him I don't know how many games.
I didn't say fucking congratulations to him.
He's
not fun when he's not turning it over.
What do you want, a moment of silence for him too? Like, jeez.
He finally did it. I'm happy. Everybody shits on him. I shit on him. He finally shut up he shut up me this week. So you know what? Good for him. I'm happy for him.
Cool.
That's all I got for NFL. But yeah, might as well send it off with a bang.
Yeah, that's the bang, eh?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to hear about the Giants.
It's like when you let off a firework and they go, and then it doesn't blow up. That's kind of what that was. That's what just was.
It's one of those guns and it shoots out the word bang.
Yeah. Bang.
Bang.
Giants. Same thing.
Literally. Not much else to talk about. Let's run through it.
What do you guys want to talk about next? You guys can choose. I don't care.
I don't even have the doc up, so.
We got MLB, a little NBA.
Hey, can we talk about Fred VanVleet?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's gone, right? No, him back. Did you see the quote?
So he appeared. He appeared on the JJ Redick podcast on The Old Man and the Three. It's a really good podcast. They had one with DeMar DeRozan earlier in quarantine. It was really good. I haven't got a chance to listen to the podcast yet. I've seen all the quotes though, and no, I don't agree that he's gone.
You don't think you think he's coming back still?
I think it's.
You think they pay? You think they pay Fred?
I think they pay him a significant amount of money.
Okay. I don't see it.
Like, I don't know.
Are you planning on going to get Giannis?
Yes.
Then why are you paying
Fred?
Fred?
Him up to $24 million a year.
But he wants 30.
He wants more than 24.
I mean, like
28 to 30.
He's
the
not.
Raptors aren't going to do that. The Raptors aren't going to do that.
Right. So he's not going to play for the Raptors.
He's unrestricted, correct?
Hold on. Yes, but here's the thing.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, let me grab it.
Is he going to? Would he rather that $5 million more to go play for the Knicks?
That's him, though. That's up to him, because I feel like if the Raptors want to bring him back, he understands the situation we're in, right. And that he needs to take a little bit of a pay cut. We're still going to give him 24-ish million, but it's a matter of what he wants and what's best for him and his family. I mean, it's going to come down to him, because we can offer him what we can offer him. It's literally like us with the Leafs with Pietrangelo. Like, here's what we can do for you.
There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
His exact quote was, "I'm trying to get paid. I won a championship, and now it's time to cash out. I'm 26, and I feel like I'm on the verge of blossoming even more in a lead role." Here's my thing. The last sentence kind of hurts too, because is he your starting point guard next year?
No,
he's your starting.
Because you have Kyle, right? So you're already one out on that one, and
I don't
he wants to get paid. I don't think you can pay him.
He's literally said this, that he doesn't. It doesn't matter. He likes not always having the ball.
Okay, so maybe he's probably your starting two.
No, he is your starting two. Here's the thing. Fred has said, he's within the same quotes. They didn't bring it up, but he mentioned like winning matters to him, and he wants to be in a winning situation. I don't really see a situation out there that's as good as the Raptors. One situation that like would be interesting to me is Phoenix. If Phoenix
doesn't get CP3,
that's what I was thinking. But that's the thing with the whole COVID and lack of money coming in because of ratings and whatnot. Are these smaller market teams going to be able to fork out the cash to bring in a guy for $30 million?
I think a lot of Phoenix bringing in Fred would be depending on whether or not they can make that trade for Chris Paul.
Sure.
Because if you bring in Chris Paul, there's no point in having Fred VanVleet because he's not playing over either him or Booker.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you just wouldn't have the money at that point. No. But yeah, like I think that they would work something out. If you lose them, it's not the end of the world. Like then you have time to like rebuild.
I don't think Fred's like an integral piece to this team. Where if you lose him, you're
I think
screwed.
I think he's an integral piece to this
I
team.
think he's a big piece,
I
but
don't think that he sinks your franchise.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like he's good in that dressing room. They like him there. He was huge in our championship run. Last year, he was shaky as shit, and he didn't really know what Fred VanVleet was showing up. So it's just one of those things that's like, when he's on, he's great.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know if you lose that guy, you're just deep in this hole. I think you can come back from that. I think you can find another Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Personally, I like him. He's probably my favorite Raptor, but I think you can find a different Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Right. Like you can find other guards.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: if you lose both him and Terrence Davis, that's tough.
That's a hole too.
Because you thought that Terrence Davis could potentially be a guy that could start for you down the line, and essentially be that 2 guard for you. Mm-hmm. And if you lose that, then you kind of are fucked.
Now you're in a major hole.
Right. So I don't think that there's no right answer, and there's no wrong answer, because you would be like, well, that's a lot of money to pay Fred VanVleet, who right now, like, he's not an all-star level player, even though like he was really good. Yeah, he could be, but like, why would you pay that money to a guy that
I'm not paying? He could be.
Exactly. Right.
You're paying. Yes, he is.
You don't pay max money for that.
No. Prove it. Like
exactly. No. So another interesting thing that happened was Russell Westbrook requested a trade out of Houston. Yeah. That I don't know where the fuck he would go.
Yeah.
Apparently Kawhi was lobbying for Chris Paul to get traded to the Clippers.
That'd be a fun reunion.
Be weird. You know what? You hear this?
No.
So Chris Paul doesn't want to get traded to the Lakers because the Lakers already are champions and feel like he's ring chasing. What the fuck is the difference between joining the Clippers?
They sucked. They need him.
Okay, but they still have Kawhi and Paul George. Like, don't cry me a river about like,
chasing rings,
getting
carried.
The ghost of Paul George.
Yeah.
Like
pandemic P.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a better option for him to go there, because then you still got to beat the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
I get what he's saying. Like, it's like when KD joined the Golden State. Like, it's the same idea. Like, you joined the best team in the league because you knew you were going to win there. Odds are, if CP3 goes to the Lakers, he's probably going to win there. You add a point guard to that team that had nothing.
You know where I actually think Russell Westbrook is going to get traded to? The Knicks.
Oh, God.
Would that not be the most Knicks move?
It would make the most Knicks sense.
Russell Westbrook wants to go back into his floor general role. Where the fuck else is like prime spot is there, bro?
How much would that hurt if you're? He doesn't have like any sort. Is there no trade clauses in the NBA?
Yeah, there are. But
he doesn't have one, does he?
No.
How funny would that be? Like, I want out, and then you send him to the worst franchise in the NBA.
I don't think that he would mind, because he'd be the star.
Who cares?
It's what he's always wanted.
Yeah.
Do you want to be the star of the 22-win team?
As long as he's putting up triple doubles, I mean, what does he care? It's what he was doing back.
Yikes.
Yeah, like
I
don't know.
I'd love to see it.
Let's talk a little MLB award season.
All right. Do you want to rapid fire the awards, because we're still short on?
I'm gonna go off the top of my head. All right, cool.
I know most of them.
So tonight, Shane Bieber won unanimously the Cy Young Award,
and future Blue Jay Trevor Bauer won the NL side.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday, Don Mattingly won the NL Coach of the Year, and then
Kevin Cash,
the best World Series manager of all time, won the American League.
Well, he beat out noted fired manager Rick Renteria, so that's good.
And all-time Blue Jays great manager Charlie Montoya.
That was my favorite award this year. That's so funny, man.
It's crazy.
It's good.
And then you had the Rookie of the Year, Devin Williams, which was a guy that I wanted to win because I just didn't believe in Jake Cronenworth since like he struggled.
Devin Williams allowed a 1 earned run this year.
Yeah, crazy.
As a rookie, come on.
And Kyle Lewis in a shitty. It was a shitty rookie class, but he was the best rookie. 2
black players win the Rookie of the Year. That's awesome.
It's really good because like baseball is at a low in terms of black people, African Americans in the league.
I don't know if you saw their quotes either, but they were both talking about it, and like it might have been Williams, could have been Lewis, I'm not sure, but one of them was saying like it's great to see someone that looks like you out there doing successful because then it gives you hope that you can do it. And if they're the guys that inspire the next group of young black players, that's awesome. Like it's great to see. They were the two options. I'm not saying they did it because of the color of their skin. I think they were the two best options in both leagues.
For sure.
And it's really cool to see that.
Yeah, you hope to inspire the next generation of baseball players. That's all the awards, right?
Yeah, and then MVP is tomorrow.
Yeah. Who's gonna win that?
I don't even remember who are the nominations. Do you remember? It's not Mike Trout. I know that. First time since he's been in the league that he hasn't been a nominee.
I don't even know, honestly. Like, I
frankly right now
don't care.
They're actually kind of interesting. So it's Abreu, LeMahieu, and Jose Ramirez on the AL side. Betts, Freeman, and Machado on the other side. Shout out Manny Machado for completely turning around his career and putting himself in the MVP race again. Because
I think it's
sorry.
Shoot.
All year it was like Fernando Tatis is the MVP, and it was like up until the last month and a half, it was just Fernando Tatis' league, and then Machado's like, no, I'm here too. It's crazy.
I would personally have Freeman and J-Ram.
Freeman was really good. I don't agree with Mookie Betts being on this list.
I mean, I do.
I think he was good, but I think you're kind of, I don't know. I guess they did the voting before the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just on a team of that many All-Stars, I don't think Mookie Betts was like phenomenal.
There's no All-Star game, so they can't be a team of All-Stars. Thank you very much.
They're a team of perennial All-Stars. I don't know. I think it's Freddie Freeman. I don't think there's another option. Like, I think Manny Machado is second, but it's a big gap between Freeman and Machado. Shout out, noted Canadian, great guy, Freddie Freeman, because he was awesome this year and just a hell of a human being.
AL, who the fuck knows?
AL's a fucking toss-up. There's guys that aren't even on the list that I thought could have won it. Like, I thought Tim Anderson could have won it. Like, you could have argued that Shane Bieber could have won it if you're into the pitcher side of things. Luke Voigt played more games than DJ LeMahieu. I thought he had a chance to win it. Like, it was an unbelievable year in terms of like top-end talent in the AL.
Shane Bieber should have been up there, but he's not.
That's what I said. That's what I mean. It's crazy. Like, there's all these guys that just missed because there were so many other good players. Arguably, if Teoscar Hernandez continued to put up the numbers he did in a regular season, he'd probably be in the mix.
That'd be nice, yeah.
But he was like 7th or 8th this year because there's so many guys. Mike Trout didn't make the list. And
I think
Mike Trout,
J-Ram had
Anthony Rendon.
J-Ram had a 3.4 WAR. The next highest was Anthony Rendon at 2.7.
Rendon didn't even make the list. Didn't make the top 3.
I mean,
which it's fair because their team sucked.
Yeah,
it's fine. I don't disagree though. I think Ramirez, if not, it's LeMahieu. I think LeMahieu's numbers take a bit of a hit because he missed a bunch of time.
Right.
But Ramirez was just like when he was on, their team was unbelievable. He turned it on and they just went on an absolute tear. And it's tough not to give it to him.
I'm trying to look at his numbers in. So in August, this is unreal. We're gonna have potentially an MVP that hit 202 in August.
Yeah,
202.
But he hit 366 and 10 bombs in September.
That's what I mean, man. Like that, they went on a tear in that run too. It was just
he hit 429 in 8 games in July, 202 in August, and then 366.
Am I wrong in saying Jose Ramirez isn't someone I build a team around, even if he wins the MVP this year? Yeah. Like I think peak Jose Ramirez is one of the best players in the MLB, but like Valley Jose Ramirez is your 9-hitter, if that. Because when he doesn't show up, he doesn't show up.
I understand that. I'd want him on my team any day of the week.
His last 2 seasons, he had 262 and 219.
Yeah. But he still put up...
That was his first 2 seasons. Never mind. Hold on. 255 and 270. He had 23 homers last year in 129 games.
So his last
OPS was 806 last year.
His last 4 seasons, 6.5, 8, 3.3, 3.4 WARs.
He had the same WAR last year that he did this year in 129 games.
Right. So he wasn't good last year. He was good this year.
That's what I mean. Just like
He was
his peak is
before.
unbelievable. His peak is unbelievable. But his valleys are terrible.
He's terrible, but he's got a sweet team-friendly contract. So who gives a fuck?
That's fine. Yep.
Speaking of another Cleveland Indian, Francisco Lindor.
Future Blue Jay?
Absolutely.
Francisco Lindor, you mean?
I just wanted to point this out. Jim Bowden of The Athletic had an article saying Francisco Lindor is going to be traded.
Yeah.
The question is where? And I just wanted to point out some of the packages that, or basically what he says. The Blue Jays could offer the Indians either Kevin Biggio or Lourdes Gurriel Jr. off their major league team. But is 1 year of control of Lindor for either 4 or 5 for Biggio or Gurriel? Would it make it tough for it would make it tough for the Indians to say no? However, most likely the Blue Jays would rather make it a prospect trade. And as long as it didn't include Nate Pearson, Austin Martin, Jordan Groshans, or pitchers like Alex Manoah and Simeon Woods Richardson.
Does it hurt you to get rid of?
So when I saw that, I was like, oh, we're not going to include any of our top prospects.
I was going to say, like,
cool. So here's what he says.
I would do that. Yeah.
Perhaps a package surrounded around Orelvis Martinez and Gabriel Moreno, along with Adam Kloffenstein, could get it done. For reference, Martinez is the highest ranked of them, and he's going to be a really good prospect. But for reference, he's the seventh best prospect in the Jays organization. Moreno's the 8th, and Kloffenstein's the 10th. You're telling me I'm trading 7, 8, and 10 for Francisco Lindor? Where do I sign up?
I'm doing that every day of the week. Look, I was not afraid to give away like Groshans and Manoah. Like, if you want to throw both of them in for Francisco Lindor, I'm here for it. I don't want to give up a roster guy. I don't like that. But, like, you give away your top prospects, not Austin Martin. Austin Martin's untouchable for me right now. But you give away anybody else in a heartbeat for Francisco Lindor. The guy's an MVP candidate year after year.
And
no one's off the table.
Is a really good prospect.
Sure.
In 2019 in rookie ball, like obviously, but he's 18 and he was one of the top prospects. Yeah. He had 275, 352 on base, and 7 home runs in 40 games.
He's a piece. Don't get me wrong.
I think he's more than a piece, but yes.
He's not the piece in a Lindor trade. He's not the piece. He's a piece.
Marino's a really good catcher too. Like he hit.
Yeah, you don't need catching depth.
How much control
give me
would
those
they get?
two and Groshans, and I think that's the deal.
He had 7 years basically, or 6 or 7 years, depending on service time manipulation. If you could do, I would give up that for if it was even a 1 year rental. I'd do that.
Which?
I'd do the deal.
But that's the thing. Is there any potential to bring this guy back long term, or are we looking at something as a rental?
I think so.
Nobody really knows.
If they traded one of Biggio or Lourdes and Lindor signed a long term deal, I'd sign up for that every day of the week. I don't give a fuck.
It's just the uncertainty of the fact that he might not come back.
No, but yeah,
it scares me a little bit. If it's a sign and trade, by all means.
Oh, honestly, Lourdes only has 3 years left on his deal, so like.
I heard Lourdes and Kevin, and I'm way out on that.
No. One of.
No, but I've heard, like, I forget where I heard it from, but someone said Lourdes and Kevin, and then a prospect. I'm like, I'm not here for that. Like, you can, he obviously replaces one guy without hesitation. Now you're talking about 2 guys and a prospect. I'm not here for that.
Sportsnet's off the rocker a little bit.
Sportsnet's been off the rocker.
So they're trying to basically copy the Mookie Betts trade, and they're saying playing the role of Mookie Betts or playing the role of Alex Verdugo would be Lourdes. Lourdes is more proven than Verdugo ever was.
Verdugo, he didn't have a season.
No,
he didn't have half a season.
Nope. Playing the role of Jeter Downs, who was a good prospect, but he wasn't. He was like a mid-level prospect. He's now a good prospect. Would be Jordan Groshans. Okay. I guess. And then one of their former top prospects would include, or one of their former international signings a big level one, Raquelvin DeCastro would play the role as the third piece. And I'd just be like, that's too much. It is. I just disagree with that.
Again, with the potential of it only being a 1 year rental for the guy, that's steep.
Yeah. No, I agree. But if it's less than that,
Verdugo played a lot more than I thought he did for the Dodgers. He had 106 games in his last year there.
Yeah, but like he hasn't never shown what Lourdes had.
343 at bats. I can compare it, but I don't want to pull it up. I'll pull up Lourdes. Keep talking.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to pull up Alex Verdugo right now. I just don't think that he had the track record or had put up the potential. He obviously had the potential. He was a high-ranking prospect.
Yeah.
But last year with the Dodgers, like he did hit well, but he was hot and cold.
Lourdes had as many at-bats in 84 games as Verdugo had in 120 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. So it's like he was on the team, but he wasn't in the role that Lourdes is in. Mm-hmm.
Verdugo hit 300 this year, didn't he?
Yeah. No. He was good. Really good this year.
Yeah.
Lourdes hit 308 with more home runs and more RBIs, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. And getting hurt.
Who? Lourdes?
Who would be rank your wish list for the Blue Jays this offseason?
Trevor Bauer.
Okay.
Number one. I just think that's a need.
Yep.
If not, I'm here for Charlie Morton.
Agreed.
I think that's probably number two, and then I think it's probably Lindor. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're including trades, but outside of that, I would like to see Taiwan back, and then I wouldn't hate them going after James Paxton. Maybe.
On a 1 year deal, I'm with it.
He's a mystery deal because like he's been hurt so much, you don't really know what he.
I thought they could have done that. The Robbie Ray deal was interesting to me because they signed to a 1 year, $8 million deal. Ray has all the stuff of a dominant starter.
Sure.
He just has zero of the control. And wouldn't you have rather like sign James Paxton to a 1 year, like $12 million deal instead?
But do you think Pax goes for that?
I do.
I think he's earned more.
I don't think he has.
No?
He's never been healthy. Why does he?
No, but when he's healthy, he's better than Robbie Ray.
Obviously, but he's not healthy, and it's a down market.
True. The market does make a big difference.
That's going to be a big thing for a lot of the players. League, like not just MLB, right? Like just if the market's not, if the teams aren't forking out the cash, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trying to find.
Like, I don't know how much a pitcher is supposed to get paid. Like, he was a relief pitcher, was he not, Robbie Ray, or was he getting stars for us?
Both. Like
he was more starter based, I believe. So his walks per nine last year over the course of the entire year was 7.84. But with the Blue Jays, it was only 3. So his control numbers got way better when he was with the Blue Jays, and like they obviously picked up on something. And I forget who tweeted it out, but somebody tweeted it out today, and they were showing comparisons between his mechanics in Arizona
before and after.
It's completely different. And like they've kind of just changed his mindset, and I think he's gonna be a better pitcher with the Blue Jays than he was with the Diamondbacks. I like that deal.
Worst case is it's a power arm out of the pen. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
it's a 1 year deal. Like, okay, so back to the wish list.
Yep.
I don't know if it's fair to rank them, but here's who I'm here for. You're not going to agree with this.
Okay, George Springer.
I'm here for it, and if you can trade Randall, I'm absolutely here. You can't even lie. You can't even lie. If the Jays were able to get George Springer and also get off of Randall Grichuk's contract, Grichuk's contract's not even that bad. It's 3 years, $9 million per year. I think you could, with how cash strapped teams are, I think that like, hey, maybe you eat half the money, and you can be like, give me a meth prospect for him. Like, I think you could actually.
I am here for a George Springer-like player. I am not here for George Springer. I think what George Springer brings as a player can be great, but the fact that it's George Springer is an absolute no for me. I don't care.
Is George Springer a stud, yes or no?
Sometimes. Not often. George
really?
Springer, like playoff wise, yeah, holy fuck. But in the regular season, he's so inconsistent.
Okay. So how long do you think the Astros have been cheating?
Since 2017.
Since 2015. 3.95, 4.5, 2.9, 6.5, and 1.9. Those are George Springer's score.
Was the 1.9 this year?
Yeah.
He was bad this year.
1.9 in
It was
51 games. That's a 6 WAR.
Still a shitbag. Don't care.
Wait, how are you going to say a guy that hit 265, had a 360 on base percentage and 14 bombs was a bad year?
He's just so inconsistent. He started off really bad this year, and then he came
He's
back.
Good, Randall Grichuk. You can't convince me otherwise.
He still sucks as a human being. I hate him. I do not like him, man. Like,
we're
trying to win games.
You can win games with JBJ in center and not mess up your lineup like
not
that.
Hit.
Who cares? You don't need offense at this point. You need defense.
You didn't.
Where do you need offense?
You scored 1 run in 2 games against Tampa.
Against the team that gave up no runs the rest of the
Okay,
the
but you
postseason.
still have to score to win the game.
A team that stymied the Yankees lineup that has the best lineup in the MLB.
Do you think that you can actually rely on the Jays hitters?
They're top 4, top 5, maybe.
I think that there's too much inconsistency with all of them. All of them.
I'm excited to see Vlad at 180 pounds.
Yeah, he's
in
been
good
slim.
shape, man.
Yeah, I think that'll bring a little more consistency there. I think Bo was consistent until he got hurt. Lourdes, for the most part, is fairly consistent. Teoscar has consistency now all of a sudden. The only guys like I don't really feel all that confident in are like Rowdy, Randall, Jano.
Trevor Shaw is still in the team?
Yeah. Shaw's probably not going to be in the lineup, though.
Yeah.
I think it's an option, but I could be wrong. But yeah, other than that, man, like I feel confident in the top 4 guys to get it done.
I think I'm here for DJ LeMahieu. Absolutely.
I'm very here for that, obviously.
As
yeah,
like
who wants a guy that hits 360? Come on.
Yeah. Why would you?
Why?
Are you here for JT Realmuto? I'm not.
I am very here for JT Realmuto.
I'm not.
The guy's unbelievable. He's the best defensive catcher in the league. And he's arguably the best offensive catcher in the league.
I don't think. Hear me out.
Yep.
I'm putting a blanket statement. I don't think catcher matters that much from an offensive standpoint.
No.
It doesn't matter at all.
But he's the best defensive catcher in the league. He has the quickest pop time, unbelievable at throwing out runners, and that's the one thing that the Jays had a ton of problems doing last year. I think very worst, you bring him in and he makes Jano better because he teaches him how to be a better catcher at the major league level because I think Jano has the tools.
That type of money. I'm not like if you're telling me
that's a big
if you're telling me I think that Springer and Realmuto get around the same amount of money, I'm taking Springer every day of the week. Thank you.
What's a bigger position in the league?
It's tough because like I don't think it depends on what Springer gets. To me, it's just I don't know if they're gonna be the same money.
But his question was, if they are, which one are you taking?
I put a lot of value in catchers personally because I think they run a pitching staff really well. But I don't know if that's the case with Realmuto. If you look at the Phillies bullpen, it was not good. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's victim of who's in there or how he calls games, but it's not good. It's tough. I don't know. It's a toss-up.
I don't know how I feel about Anderson Simmons.
There's interest there.
Which I don't see. Where? Like, do you move Bo to second? I assume that's what
Simmons the third?
I'd rather have Bo at second and then see if Vlad can play. I don't know. I don't think that there's a fit.
Is Andrelton Simmons an upgrade
defensively?
Offensively over anything you have?
No.
He's Joe Panic with a way better glove.
Mm-hmm. Marcell Ozuna, there's not a fit. I would have been here for Stroman. He signs his qualifying offer.
Smartest move he could have made though, because he's probably not getting that money this year.
Sure.
Because the market's trash.
Why not get a free $19 million?
Exactly. Who cares?
Right.
You play one more year on that trash ass team, and get out and go somewhere next year.
Didi Gregorius and put him at third? I don't
really
hate
know
it.
what Didi is anymore. Sometimes he's unbelievable, and sometimes you just don't know.
Still did hit 284.
Yeah, he was okay this year. I'm
340 on base. I'd be here for it if he could play third potentially.
Yep.
Tanaka, I'm here for. Because the Jays wouldn't have to face him.
Sure.
Odorizzi.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I know you might not agree on it. I just think there's potential there, and the Jays have done a really good job of like honing in some guys that just need a little bit of tweakage.
Reunion with Liam Hendricks.
Yes, every day of the week.
I'm so pissed when they traded him, I didn't get it.
Stupid. Didn't make sense then. Doesn't make sense now.
Yeah.
But Jesse Chavez is doing great.
Oh yeah, he's still kicking it. Marcus Simeon.
I don't see a fit.
Set shortstop.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a fit. I think Marcus Simeon was a flash in the pan a little bit.
Fair.
But I don't know.
I'm looking forward to free agency and seeing what the fuck.
It's going to be a real interesting year.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
All around the board.
I don't really have anything else with baseball, do we?
No. I really hope Trevor Bauer goes to the Angels if he doesn't come here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only two spots I want to see. I just want to see Mike Trout win some fucking ball games.
Do we get to our activity?
Yeah, why not? Do we have anything else?
I think that was everything.
Okay.
In fairness, should we do it one more time?
What is it?
Because I don't remember the order. It was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you, me,
Recount.
Brian.
Recount.
Stop
the count.
Matter. Doesn't matter. I don't
care.
I don't want to go first. Fuck.
Okay. So the idea for today was going to be we were going to rank, or we were going to draft Toronto athletes from all time.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see how that goes. We're going to do 4 rounds, and we'll see how it goes. What's the thing I have to look up? Number in it?
Random.org.
Random.org, I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Random drawings? Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as terms of this game goes, we're just going like 4 guys in terms of legend status, basically, in Toronto. We're basically just trying to take the most legendary team possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does it have to be talent-based?
No.
Am I going to get judged on non-talent based?
No. What are you going to put Munenori Kawasaki as like your first pick?
Hey, that guy's the reason we made it to the playoffs.
All right. Do you want me to stream it to make sure I'm not lying, or you trust me?
I
Go
trust
for
you.
it. I don't care.
Okay.
But I'm going to call voter fraud.
Moro Brandt, me.
It's voter fraud.
Okay. Perfect. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. I'm going first.
Hold on. We're going snake.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Good news is you go first and you don't have to go again until 6th.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Fuck. I'm in a bind here. Let me consult a couple things.
Guy did not put thought process into this to start.
I did not. I did, but I was expecting to go last or second.
really
I didn't want to
hoping.
go first. I was gonna let somebody else do the hard part.
You knew you couldn't take Sebastian Jovenko with the first overall pick.
Yes.
Because that just doesn't make sense. But at 3rd or 4th, little different.
I don't know. Screw it. Give me Vince Carter.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting.
I didn't even think of basketball.
Interesting.
I'm second?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone
give me
gonna
Roy,
write this
give me Roy Halladay.
Not too shabby.
Interesting.
My team is going to be very Blue Jay dominant, if I can.
So
you get the
went
next
with
2
Vince, and you went with who? Roy Halladay?
Roy Halladay.
All right, give me Kyle and Kawhi.
See, you're thinking Kawhi, eh?
100%.
It's the 1 year thing for me that kind of hurts his like Toronto status.
But
I don't disagree. I had him on my list. Don't get me wrong, but it's I don't know. I think that's a debatable one for me in terms of like Toronto.
Hey, who's been better than him? You could argue him for 1-1. You legitimately could. Well, I don't think it's an argument. I think he is the greatest. Like peak, he's the greatest.
In terms of best season, it's Kawhi and it's not close.
Yeah, it's peak.
But in terms of career as a Toronto athlete,
agreed. But when you argue it, I'll just show you this. I'll show you my ring finger. Yeah.
I don't flip you off. I'm going to show you my ring finger. Yeah. Here it is. You're right. But like,
I know who you're going to pick second.
Me?
You want me to say it for you?
I would like to. It's not JD.
Oh,
no, it's not. I don't think JD hits my list.
Can I get the team?
Oh, you're in the right team though.
Oh, great.
I'm just trying to decide between two guys.
Don't take my point.
Whichever you take, I'm taking the other.
No, I know who you want. I'm leaning towards Joe Carter.
Interesting. Cool.
But the other your boy is the other one. I think it's Joe Carter just because Joe Carter has the most legendary moment in Toronto sports history, arguably.
Right.
Maybe the Kawhi shot.
I think it's still Joe Carter.
I put it, but yeah. So to me, that was like it's the only walk-off home run to win a World Series ever.
It's one of the greatest sports moments ever.
Yeah.
Period.
And no, he didn't have the longevity or the ridiculous numbers over the course of his career. But I just think in Toronto, like he'll always be a legend for what he did, and I think that puts him up there for me.
Okay, so this is where I go.
This is where you get
with the guy you left me. So I'm gonna take Robbie Alomar.
I knew it.
And
my boy.
B, because I trust that I can still get the next guy one in the next round. I'm gonna take Jovinko now.
Oh,
interesting. Moro, has Robbie ever come into the store?
Like, yeah, I met him before.
He's the nicest guy.
Very nice guy. Like we were watching the game together.
I feel very left out on the not meeting Robbie Alomar part.
I met Thing too. Like that's why if you didn't pick,
yeah, I haven't watched them since.
if you didn't pick Carter, I would have picked Joe Carter too because it was Mahomes' rookie season. So this was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and we were talking about fantasy football. He was talking football. He's like, yeah, we have and he was based out of at the time, San Fran. He's like, yeah, he was talking about this kid Dante Pettis, who now obviously like, but at the time he's like, yeah, he's been some really flashy kid I liked watching at practice. We were there. I'm like, another guy that I really like watching is this kid Patrick Mahomes. You got to look for him. I'm like, okay. So I'm taking all this advice from Joe Carter on football, and it was just some really cool experience because, like, hilarious. I mean, he's always been a baseball guy, but it was awesome experience with him.
He's really good at promoting back pills, I guess. Well, I forget. What was it? What's the brand?
I forget which one.
He's a very good advertisement guy.
Aleve? I think it's Aleve.
Is it Aleve? It's not Robax. I know that.
Robax or Aleve, one of the two. I don't remember.
No, it's Chondroitin. What the fuck is something? I don't know. Either way, great guy.
So yeah, my two picks: Robbie Alomar and
we're back to me, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. We haven't had a hockey player on the list.
We haven't.
That might have something to do that they've never won anything in our lifetime. But like, I can't make a list of legends in Toronto without including Matt Sundin. Okay. That's like. He's the captain of our lifetime. I don't care about anyone else. He is the captain. And he was the only good player on a team that had nothing when the next best player was Nick Antropov. So,
yeah, fair enough.
My guy.
All right. I have one of my picks.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck to do with the other one. The one is Jose Bautista.
Yeah.
Oh.
How did you get...
I didn't want him. I don't want him now, but that's interesting.
How is that even interesting? How's that a hot take?
Because he sucked.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, man. Like, he had some of the biggest he's a legend. He's a legend in terms of like moments. But he was like he was the most disappointing guy in big regular season moments until those last couple of years.
Because they had no one around.
I know, but it's just like there were so many
the
times.
story. You see
argue
the
that.
evolution of a guy who was a nobody
fucking-
until
I
he
know.
became the
He
biggest
just-
name on the team.
He was the most frustrating guy to watch for me. And then he hit the biggest home run since the Joe Carter home run. And I'm like, well, my argument's done. But he just never did much else. Sorry.
Oh, you know what? Last pick, DeMar DeRozan. Boom.
Wow, very,
Really,
very
eh?
basketball heavy.
I had him. I
got
had
three
a
out of-
thought process.
3 out of 4.
What,
Drew,
I
shut the
got
fuck
two
up.
Blue Jays right now, right? Is it my pick again? It's me again, isn't it?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
I gotta pick him, don't I?
You do.
Like I've pumped his tires so many times in the GOAT conversation. It's just impossible for me not to take him.
Yep.
See, here's my thought. Obviously, JD has a big place in my heart, and he's just unbelievable. I could go really contrary and go like Argos and just talk about Ricky Ray and how he brought us 2 Grey Cups, but those don't actually matter. You could talk about Curtis Joseph and what he did as a goalie in this city, and like, unbelievable, right? But like, it's got to be JD. Do you have any other name that's been around in our lifetime?
So in the list that I was looking up, Pinball Clemens was one of them that.
Like,
But I mean, like,
I'm
who
sorry,
the
I
fuck?
can't.
I'm not picking the CFL.
No, it's not a real sport. I'm gonna go JD, then I'm gonna leave
Western
Morrow with the
Canada
last
is really
pick.
upset with you right now
Yeah. Why?
because they're the only ones that give a shit about the CFL. Like, it's not even.
Where did you say?
I said Pinball Clemens. I said Western
No,
Canada.
where Western.
Western.
Oh, I thought you said West Virginia. I'm like,
Honestly,
why
yeah,
is
I was-
West Virginia upset with me?
They already picked Matt Sundin, Chad. Chill out.
West. No, Western Canada is the only place that actually fucking cares.
Mm-hmm. Morrow, last pick. Go.
Yep, I'm thinking here. I don't know if I should go really off the board with like a Andrea Bargnani or like a Dwayne Rosario. I'm kidding. I mean, I didn't really go. I'm trying to mix it up. So I got basketball, I got baseball, I got soccer, and I probably should go hockey here. And my options, because Brent already took Sundin. I mean, I only can speak to them because I've met them before, and it's either going to be Johnny Bauer or Dave Keon.
Ooh, no Dougie Gilmore.
Nah, they don't touch them.
In
See, like
terms
you
of-
could make a full list of guys that played before we were born.
That's
And
what I
you'd
mean.
You'd be
Wendell
right to
Clark?
all the 50 plus.
When it would
people.
okay. That's what I mean. It would either be Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmore, Keon, or Bauer. But
Okay,
two of-
if I'm
four of-
62 years old, that's my list. That
the
4 is
thing,
my
we're
list.
Also an average age of 24 and 23. So it's
Yeah.
like,
It's
and you already took Sundin, and the only reason I'd be picking Bauer is because of how nice of a guy he is, and the fact that he won however many cups he did with the Leafs. So for that, I'll take. I mean, whatever. Just because Keon's always named the greatest Leaf of all time, I'll go with Keon. But
Yep.
I mean,
I'm sorry to everybody's grandfather that's going to get pissed off at me when your son or your grandson shows you on YouTube that I didn't pick anyone from
Simmons
the 1800s that played, and
Steve Simmons is fuming right now. He's
Yeah.
just absolutely lit.
just let them. I'm sorry. I didn't watch any of them play. They can't be legends to me because I just don't care.
Do you guys have a recap of your guys' 4?
yeah, I have my 4.
Okay.
Nope. I hope you wrote it down.
Oh my god. All right, mine was Lowry, Kawhi, Batista, DeMar. Morrow, shoot yours.
I was
Who's my first?
round 1. Pick 1 was Vince Carter, Robbie Alomar,
Oh, I got it.
Jovinko, and Dave Keon.
Roy Halladay, Joe Carter,
You got it there. You
Matt
got
Sundin, Josh Donaldson.
It's interesting because if we're being honest, Toronto sports scene has sucked.
Yeah.
We don't win.
No,
We have the fandom everywhere,
no.
but we don't win.
We get close enough to get fucked over in the end.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking. We like to continuously have our hearts broken.
It's tough. Do we have anything else on today's show?
I don't think so.
I think that was everything.
We can save Dustin and Connor because
it's not official.
Ways away.
Official.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week. We'll see you guys at some point next week. What week is in the NFL? 10?
We're
10?
going
This is
into
10,
10.
right?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
We're gonna run out of sports.
For
It's
real.
horrible. It's horrible.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.